Welcome to Lesson 7.11, Day 2. I can write decimals in expanded form. Let's start by reviewing our anchor chart from yesterday. I want you to think about place value. Remember, any number to the right of the decimal point is going to be a decimal. So we have the tenths place and the hundredths place. So we're going to start by writing this number as a decimal, 68 hundredths. The first thing that I notice right off the bat is this THS. That means it is a decimal. So we have 68 hundredths. I do not see the word and anywhere in there, which tells me that it's probably a decimal, the whole thing. So there's no whole number. So 68 hundredths. We have 0 wholes, and there's our decimal point, hundredths. There we go. That's what our decimal would be. Remember, when you write a decimal, you always name the last place value. In this example, our last place value is the hundredths. What we do not say is 6/10 and 8 hundredths. We read it as a number and just name the last place value. Let's look at another one. We have 30 and 5/10. Two things stand out to me. The word and tenths ends in THS. So if I see the word and, I know anything before and, if my marker will work, come on, is a whole number. Okay? So 30, where I see the word and, I do my decimal point. Then I see 5/10. Well, I know the place value to the right is the tenths place. In this case, we only have 5. There's our decimal. Okay, write the decimal in expanded form. We have this number. First, I want you to read it in word form. So this would be 7 and 5/10. So I'm going to write it in expanded form. So I'm going to start with my first digit, which is the 7. It is in the ones place. So I'm going to just write 7 plus. Well, this problem only has 2 digits. Our next digit is a 5, and it's in the tenths place. So I'm just going to write it as a decimal. 5/10. Now I have expanded form. Let's look at another one. In this case, we have 106 and 79 hundredths. I'm going to break it apart by place value, starting with the 1. So 100 plus, my next digit is a 0, and it's in the tens place. So there's literally 0 tens. Since there's 0, I don't put anything. I go on to the next digit, which is a 6. And and it's in the ones place. So there's 6 ones, which is just 6. Plus, now I have my decimal point, right? So anything to the right is now a decimal. So the 7 is in the tenths place. So I'm going to write 7 tenths plus the 9. The 9 is in the hundredths place. So I'm going to write 9 hundredths, which would look like that. Now I have written it in expanded form. Okay, let's look at this example. So first I'm going to read it 612 and 8 hundredths. So breaking it down by digit. So we have 600 plus, that 1 is in the tens place, so that's just 10. Go on to the 2. It's in the ones place, so it's just 2. Now I'm looking at decimals. So we have nothing in the tenths place, so I don't put anything. I skip it. We have an 8 in the hundredths place. So I would write it like that. All right, this is our last one. Okay, so there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. A snake crawls 5 meters and 16 more centimeters. What decimal represents the number of meters the snake crawls? So, I'm thinking about whole numbers first. I know the snake crawled 5 entire meters. That's going to be a whole number. But then he only crawled 16 more centimeters. So that's going to be a part of a meter. So I'm going to put my decimal point. And I know since there's 100 centimeters in 1 meter, I know that that is just like how there's 100 pennies in $1. So 16 centimeters is 16 hundredths of a meter. There's my decimal. And I would label this meters. 5 and 16 hundredths meters. Okay, guys, today you learned how to write decimals in expanded form. Okay, I'm going to go feed this hungry baby. Email me with any questions. Good luck.